Hey there, and welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Today, our special friend, the little lamb, and I are going to take some really big ideas and, well, we're going to make them super simple. You can think of this as a fun little class for some of life's most important words. Ready?
Okay, first things first. Hello, friend. Or as we'd say, 你好, 朋友. It is so good to have you here with us. So, let me ask you something. Are you ready to learn a really big idea, but in a super simple way? In a way that just makes sense? Yeah? Awesome. I had a feeling you were. Let's get to it. All right, let's get started with our very first simple truth. And, this one is a biggie. It's kind of the foundation for everything else we're going to talk about today. So our first big word is truth, or as you see on the screen, 真理. So what is truth? Well, to put it really simply, truth is just what's real and what's right. It's not about what someone thinks or what someone feels. Nope. It's like the solid ground underneath our feet. It's always there. Now, check this out. There's this really famous, really wise saying that goes, the truth will set you free. Just let that sink in for a moment. This idea that knowing what's real and right, it can actually unlock a totally new kind of freedom for you. But how does that work, right? How can truth set you free? Well, I love this way of thinking about it. Knowing the truth, it's like opening a door. Imagine you're in a dark, confusing room. Well, truth is the key. It opens the door and lets you step out into the light. It frees you from that confusion. Okay, so we've got our foundation, which is truth. Now let's build on that with our second simple truth. And believe me, this one is just as important. And our second big word is love, or I. What is it really? At its heart, it's simple. It's just to care for other people, very much. It's not just a feeling, it's something you do. It's about being kind and looking out for others. And just like with truth, there's a beautiful piece of wisdom to guide us with love, and it's this. Love your neighbor as yourself. It's such a simple idea, but wow, it's powerful. It's basically a simple instruction for how to treat, well, everyone. So, love your neighbor. What does that actually look like? It really just means being a good friend to everyone. Seriously, that's it. It's about listening when someone needs to talk, sharing what you have, and just being kind. Simple, right? Okay, so we've talked about truth, and we've talked about love. Two really simple words, but they have so much power. So, what happens when we put them together? Let's find out. Think of it like a super simple recipe for a happy life. There are just two ingredients. First, you live with truth. You're honest and real. Second, you live with love. You're kind and you care about people. And when you mix those two together, what do you get? You get true happiness. It's that simple. Wow, we've covered a lot, haven't we? And it was all pretty simple. Okay, as we get ready to wrap things up, I've got one little question for you. But before we get to that, let's just quickly remember what we learned. First, the truth sets you free. It's like opening a door. Second, love your neighbor, which really just means be a good friend. See? Easy to remember. And so that brings me to my question for you. How are you going to use these big words today, just today? How can you be a little more truthful or a little more loving? Maybe you can be a good friend to someone who needs it. It's something to think about, right? Thanks so much for joining me in The Little Lamb today. Goodbye, friend!